not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on.
Hello and welcome to Monday Night Going in Raw, episode number 117. We've come a long way, baby. And joining me this evening, Nerdy Blurb TV still on the way here, ladies and gents. But while we wait for him, let me introduce the rest of the guests this evening. To my right, please give a warm welcome to Miss Fallon from Fallon Reacts. Welcome.
Thank you. And apparently Angelus has made it to the chat.
Hail, Angelus Draven. I need to get, I've got some work to do for him. I'm going to do some, I'm going to do a little bit of voice work for him. So that'll be, I enjoy that. We'll talk a little bit more about that soon. But there he is right there. We'll add him in. Let me introduce the man, Linkalek7. He is the man of the hour making his return. And it was his birthday the other day. So happy birthday to you, sir.
Thank you. It's good to finally be back home, back on the Place to Be reviews. Let's get this shit started, son.
And last but not least, he is Ryan from Nerdy Blurb TV. Welcome back to the show, sir.
What's going on? Thanks. Sorry I'm late.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Like I said, we I got good time. You popped in right during the right time, man. So glad to have you back on and more excited. I could not have been when I got the GIF earlier and he said he was available. I was like, yes. I was like, finally. I was like, I've been waiting to get this guy back on the show. We got a lot to talk about tonight. And
Nerd immediately that should be late.
He was. That's all good. It's all good. He's here.
Up.
He's here, man.
That's what's up.
So joining us, Nerdy Blurb, Linkalek7, and Fallon Reacts. Immediately following this show, Nerdy and I will be headed over to Raiders of the Lost Flicks, where we will be on the Dune show for about an hour. I'll be over there. I'll probably stay the entire night. We're doing an hour over there. Groovinator's going to pop in here later on tonight for a little bit to tell you a little bit more about that. But before we get going here, I've got to do my due diligence and say in about 2 weeks here, it's I've got the confirmation that she's appearing. We're just locking in the Monday night. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us. Warms my heart, Miss Jennifer Thomas.
Valentine! For a ride. Holding her in the air and the big suplex. Beautiful advance there. Oh, switches over. Oh, nice. A wrestler standing 5'1" inches tall.
Yep, and you can check her out. The link to her YouTube channel, sessiongirls.com. Her Twitter is linked. That's Session Girls on Twitter. And she just had a huge live wrestling event this weekend out in, I believe it was either Vegas or L.A., called Women on Fire. Did a little bit of wrestling there. And so Jenny will be joining us in a couple weeks. She's a former WWE developmental talent, well-known on the mixed wrestling scene now and session scene for years and years, and I finally get a chance to interview her and talk to her. She's going to join us for an evening here in a couple weeks. Also, we have, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new segment here. That's right. It is, of course, we are going to be talking about some news and some quick headlines here. So let me adjust, and we will get into this.
Audio Jungle.
Yes, that's right. We have the Fandom Menace News Nightly here. I'm joined by Leo DiCaprio and Yoda behind me in the newsroom here. But just a few quick headlines to go through here. And man, so Robert Pattinson has COVID. Robert Pattinson, Bat Pat, has COVID. Now, no word on if he caught this while he was hanging out with Ozzy Osbourne, trying to get into character a little bit better. I don't have confirmation. I can neither confirm nor deny that. Let's see. Next on the list here, Lauren Cohan comes back to The Walking Dead. That's right. She is making her return to The Walking Dead and desperately trying to hide the fact that her show, Whiskey Cavalier, failed miserably, pairing her with Scott Foley, an ineffectual male lead, which, well, we know how that ended, like a train wreck. And the show just generally wasn't very good. I watched a couple episodes because I was a fan of hers in The Walking Dead. Let's see what else we have. Oh, yeah. Mando comes back. Mandalorian Season 2. premieres on October 30th. So we have that to look forward to. A lot of new surprises, some new characters. Bo-Katan. I'm looking forward to seeing Katie Sackhoff in The Mandalorian. I know a lot of people are. Ahsoka Tano will be making her appearance. Character I'm indifferent about her, but she'll be there too. And our last piece of quick-hitting news this evening, Akon. Akon is going to try to build a real-life Wakanda in Senegal. Now, I don't know how much money he thinks this is going to cost, but I just want to know where Akon is going to get the vibranium from to do this. And who will be playing the part of Claw in this saga is my question. And will there be challenges for Akon's throne as King of Wakanda? And I hope this does not involve him dry humping a girl on stage like he did years ago because she was underage. Akon. That has been the breaking news for this evening, September 7th, 2020, ladies and gentlemen. Let's switch it up.
Audio Jungle.
Yeah, so that's been the quick news there. I wanted to throw that in before we go over to box office breakdown here. So we had some box office numbers this weekend. Now, I am understanding here that there's a little bit of disdain going on. I don't want to say disdain because it made good money as Tenet. I'm hearing some reviews now for it. Now, Brian, you saw this movie. I want to know what you thought of it, because like I said, I've watched some reviews and I'm seeing a little bit of it's a mix. Now I'm getting some mixed reactions from some of the different reviewers. So what did you think of this?
So I texted you when I got out of the theater too, or messaged you or whatever.
Yes, you did.
And it was great. It was awesome. But the phrase "style over substance" is like the best way to describe it. Like, if you want to go there and turn off your brain, by the way, whoever thought that about a Nolan movie, they say it in the movie. Don't think about it, just feel it, which is so stupid. It's so pretentious of Nolan to go in here and be like, I'm way smarter than you, and you're going to watch what I make. Even though we are going to watch what he makes, it's a great time. It's freaking amazing effects, but this is probably, in my opinion, one of his weakest movies ever.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I've heard is a lot. It's very loud. It's a very big production, and there's just a lot going on all the time. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the chat before we get into the box office here. We've got Keely Chow. Yep, I know Keely Chow. Flair X is in the house. Said Angelus Draven is in the house. Who else we got? Dragon Majesty. Manliness and motivation. Tap and die. Tap and die. Hail to thee, sir. Yeah, so we've got Warlord Titan Tiberius. He keeps changing his name and throwing me off, but that's all right. I love you anyway, brother. So yeah, let me get the screen share up here, and we'll take a look at the few movies that are on the list here for the weekend. And here we go. So the domestic weekend, number 36, September 4th through the 6th. Of course, Tenet, number 1. Took in let's see, it says gross 20 million, but I'm looking here. New Mutants dropped off a lot this weekend. Unhinged, number 3. Has anybody seen Unhinged yet?
No, but I want to. It seems like a modern day Breaking Down.
It almost does. That movie with Michael Douglas, that was so good. And yeah, it's kind of like
didn't we discuss that before? You told me I need to go see the Michael Douglas one when I was telling you about the Unhinged.
Yep. Falling Down with Michael Douglas is a great movie. Michael
As an
Douglas.
adult, you just get it, man. You get that movie.
Yeah, especially like getting a little bit older now. It's like, man, yeah, I can really understand what Michael Douglas was going through.
Like, this man was nuts. You cut 2020, be like, oh, this man was a hero.
Yep. All he wanted was a breakfast sandwich, man. All I want is them idiots at McDonald's not to put sugar in my coffee. I'm like, every time I come through the damn drive-through, the same drive-through, almost like every day, large coffee, 2 creams, no sugar, absolutely no sugar. What do I get? Sugar. I'm like, you son of a bitches, ruin my day.
But we're sorry, it's 10:31. You can't have breakfast anymore.
Yeah,
but it's still too early to actually have any burgers out, so it's still gonna take 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
Sit in the drive-through. So number 4, we have Bill and Ted Face the Music. Number 5, SpongeBob movie. There's another SpongeBob
There's
movie.
another
Yes.
SpongeBob
I didn't
movie.
know that.
Yeah, my nieces
idea.
and nephews were telling me that they wanted to see that. They said a brand new one was coming out.
I had no idea.
I had no clue.
Nope. Let's see. Number 6, The Personal History of David Copperfield. Number 7, Words on Bathroom Walls. And number 8, My Brother's Crossing. So yeah, basically just Tenet and the top 4 were what we're really looking at here. New.
I'd really love to see numbers after Mulan. I know it's not a box office kind of thing, but we got to be able to see those numbers somehow.
Yeah.
And because I'm not hearing good things about Mulan.
No, that movie's getting panned pretty hard. Go ahead, Fallon.
Speaking of Mulan, my mom refuses to watch American television anymore because it's trash. And she discovered there's a Chinese Mulan live-action movie, and apparently it's supposed to be really good. It's violent, but it's actually more accurate than anything Disney's put out.
Huh.
And it came out this year. It's I need to find the post I put up about it. Let me see. But yeah, it is called Matchless Mulan. Directed by Chin Cheng. And it came out this year. Let's see.
Huh, I didn't
I'd like to check that out.
Yeah, no, it'd probably be better. Like I said, I've heard nothing but bad things about this.
And you can watch it free on some of those Asian websites that have all those TV shows and movies available in America.
Okay.
Interesting.
I got a few of those. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it.
That
It kind of reminded me. Remember when I told you about the Jungle Book? Remember when it first came out, Pete? And I was like, man, I saw that movie. It was really good. And it turned out it was some Netflix. I had the wrong version. It was some Netflix version that came out the same day. By
The Andy Serkis one.
yes, and I ended up liking that one. I was like, oh, I guess I should watch the Disney one then. Oh, that sucks. I was like praising the Disney movie for so long, thinking like, no, I because it came out like the same day, I think, or like a week apart.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Because I think there was also a movie, I think it was called Tornado. It came out same time as Twister. Both of them were pretty good.
Yeah. It's rare when they like, a movie comes out, it's clearly trying to piggyback, and it turns out to be just as good, if not better.
Right.
Asylum wishes they had that luck.
it would have been really fun if they did that with that movie Cuck last year, and they made one instead of Cuck, it was Simp. That would have been funny. I think that would have been hilarious. But no, because that movie did like nothing. Like I don't think it. I think it made I think it made maybe the price of a thing of popcorn. I'm not sure, but no. This Mulan movie though. Yeah, it's been panned like the battle scenes. There's no blood, and then I'm hearing now that they're trying to make it out to be like a gender identity thing with her, and I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're doing. Yeah, who was I watching earlier? I can't remember whose channel it was. They were talking about that though, about it being they're trying. Oh well, it's her trying to like I don't know, like if I don't know if it was the whole transgender. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure China would really approve of that message.
Yeah, I'm like, what the no?
So you want to start a war with China?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
But
bad
we're
enough.
already doing that ourselves.
It's bad enough John Boyega's fucking over there throwing grenades at him now. He's blowing Disney up, China, fuck everybody. No, but that's about what he don't care. No, Boyega is like he's off the reservation, man. He's just like I don't care. I don't care. Whatever.
Blame that man. Like
don't.
He got screwed by a bunch of teenage fangirls who decided to like, oh, give his character development to Kylo Ren. He's so emo. He's basically Twilight, man. That's what Kylo Ren was.
Like I said, it was horrible. It was horrible on Disney's part to be like, in the marketing, like I said, this all goes back to the marketing for Force Awakens. It's like Finn is going to be, and then they, like I said, the one good thing I took out of Force Awakens, the one positive derivative was Finn. He was going to be this, it was a Stormtrooper redemption arc. Okay, you want inclusiveness and diverse. There it is, right there. You've got a black Stormtrooper redemption arc. Perfect. And then along came the Last Jedi and just ruined his arc. And it did. It ruined his arc, and that it was a great disservice to him. So I don't blame him for getting upset about it. But he still got JJ's back. that's the thing about he's still kind of, protecting JJ, but everybody else is, kind of getting thrown under the bus. Rise of Skywalker didn't do him any favors either because he was kind of absent in that too. But I mean, there was a lot of things absent in that, like everything good. I mean,
let's not forget someone else that got screwed over, Oscar Isaacs. So for being so progressive, the black man and the Hispanic man got screwed over.
Yeah.
For the emo white boy. That seems pretty racist to me, man. I mean, look, maybe I'm seeing things that ain't there.
Hey,
but for
totally against what Kathleen Kennedy always like freaking wanted.
Yep.
Too.
Yeah.
She didn't want to make a movie for white males, and yet here we are. Kylo Ren is an icon when Oscar Isaac should have been the new icon.
I'll be honest. I like that. Oscar Isaacs. I did like Poe and The Force Awakens. Like I said, I don't hate The Force Awakens so much. I don't really hate that movie, but the later sequels kind of just broke it down. Like you didn't stick
him in The Last Jedi too. He was the only one that made sense.
That's the one thing
being cut. He was
that's the one
cut,
positive thing I can say about The Last Jedi is Oscar Isaac's character was a good point in that. And yeah, he should have been the new Han Solo. As soon as I started watching Force Awakens, I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be Han Solo. And then Last Jedi came along, he's Han Nolo. Damn it. Damn it. Like, what are you doing? You had it. It's like right there when it we're right there on the verge of greatness, I mean
that's why I don't believe the whole progress. I don't believe it because, you took the two minority characters, the two minor. You know what? Say what you want, but the prequels and the original. There's only one black person if we don't count James Earl Jones. But at least they were the coolest black person. Billy D. Williams and Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, Billy D. Williams was like he was the epitome of cool back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's I didn't understand, like you said, Ryan, it goes against the entire narrative that Kennedy had set up, that it completely just derailed that entire narrative and flopped it on its head. And it was like, you're just talking on it both sides of your mouth and you don't really care what comes out of either side of them.
Right.
Like there's no continuity to anything she says, which is it's hilarious because then we're the bad people because the fans, we're the bullies, it's like no. No, I don't think so.
We're not the ones that were insulting a ton of YouTubers, that basically all the people that were the first wave fandom menace people.
Yep. And that's the whole thing about what's her name. You look back at the whole theory about Kelly Marie Tran quit social media because nope. That was that media. It was the media, and it was the same thing with look at Elizabeth Olsen now getting quote unquote chased off. So it was Marvel fans. Yeah. Well, it's people. It's not fans. It's the weirdos on Twitter or now Instagram in her case that harassed her just because she didn't say anything publicly about Chadwick Boseman, which is sad. It was a tragedy, but you're not obligated to say anything publicly. Everybody grieves in their own way, and it's like woke Twitter doesn't dictate who and how you grieve. The loss of somebody. So
now that y'all were mentioning a little bit of the prequels. The actor that played Jar Jar Binks, it wasn't the fans. He even flat out said it wasn't the fans. It was the media. It was always the media that gets these people. Basically, they have to leave all these social platforms. It's not the fans. No, there are some toxic fans, I will admit, but still, it's not the fandom that's the issue.
Well, that was before the internet was.
Yeah.
You're right, Ryan. That was the formative years of the internet back then. You're talking 2000. I mean, there was like what you had
1999. Yeah,
99. Yeah,
forums. I mean, that's what it was. It was like forums. There wasn't things like YouTube and Twitter and
nothing like this.
No, you had LiveJournal back then. I mean,
LiveJournal is still around, by the way.
Really? Is it really?
Yes.
MySpace is dead and gone, and LiveJournal's still kicking it.
MySpace is actually still around. MySpace is still around, but it's not as big.
It's mostly used by just musicians.
Tom's just sitting back counting his money right now, laughing.
Bro, I swear to God, you ain't gonna believe it. Tom has a Facebook. Go look it up. Tom has a Facebook. And you just be like, man, that's just so weird.
That is. Oh God. And speaking of weird, horrifying things, it is. It's about that time. It is about that time, ladies and gents, to take that weekly trip that we always do. Yes, we have to go inside Brie Larson. Please keep your hands and feet inside the ride.
gross.
And yes, here we go. It's getting that time of year. It's kind of moist outside, so let's go.
Hi. Hello. I'm starting a YouTube channel.
This week inside Brie Larson, we're going to talk about that intro doesn't get old, I know. Brie Larson in a recent YouTube video talked about some roles that roles she auditioned for, and she did it.
Look at
So, oh no!
I'd like to talk to your manager, please.
Nick's gonna be upset.
Nick's gonna
be upset. His basmati babes over there in your hot tub.
You know how much cleaning I got to do in this hot tub now, man? You know how much cleaning?
my God.
I'm going to have to burn it down and salt the earth.
Hey, it's not even snow. It's salt. So here we are. So Brie.
Oh Lord.
Brie Larson. Here's her list of films that she had auditioned for but did not get or passed on. So we have Sucker Punch. I've never seen that one. Gulliver's Travels. I'm taking it that was the Jack Black incarnation. The Trip to Lilliput. Mars Needs Moms. Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Angels and Stardust. The Sorcerer's Apprentice. The Book of Eli. Isn't that the one with Denzel Washington?
Mm-hmm.
He's blind,
Blind
yeah.
man.
Yeah, he's blind. Yeah. What the? Yeah, that would have been horrible. Untitled Nancy Meyers Project. Okay. Get Him to the Greek. Yeah. Iron Man 2. Please tell me she didn't audition for Scarlet Witch.
Oh my God. She might have been Black Widow.
Yeah, I think she would have tried for that one.
Thor. She auditioned for Thor. Who is she going to be a Thor?
Jane Foster?
Oh, you know what?
Or
No,
Sif.
no. I bet it was
Lady Sif?
yes. I
Lady
bet
Sif?
she tried.
Oh,
That would have been horrifying.
yeah. Jennifer's Body. I take it she would have been one of the corpses.
Oh my God.
Legion. The House on the Left. Not to be confused with Last House on the Left because nobody wants to see Brie Larson in that. Untitled Wayne's Brothers
Actually,
Project.
I would take Brie Larson in Last House on the Left. I mean, if she gets ganked, I mean, not a better movie, bro. I mean, we're kind of fixing it.
Okay,
Legion.
so I'm guessing in Legion she was going to play the mother of the Messiah character, is what she tried out for.
No, she was going to be the demon from hell.
But it was all angels.
They would have voted for her.
They would have worked for it. This one though, this one gets me. Untitled Wayne's Brothers Project. Oh yeah, that can't miss. This is what it's white girl. Was it white chicks 2 with Brie Larson? This time they don't need makeup. I mean, what we got? Drive
Oh,
Angry, Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Which one
Oh
was
God,
that?
she would have been.
That was one of the.
That was 2. That's
Was
the
that the
worst.
second one?
That's like the second worst one before the last night. That's
Who's echoing?
yes, someone's echoing.
Not I. Last night was horrible. That was a horrible one. Let's see. Oh, here she listed some potentially career-defining films that she came close to landing roles in, but did not receive. Juno. She has the same. She has the same forehead as Ellen Page. That would have been all right. 13, Brink, Smart House, Tomorrowland, Pitch Perfect, Into the Woods, Youth in Revolt, Peter Pan, Halt and Catch Fire, and The Big Bang Theory. Oh God, please tell me she.
Smart House.
Yes.
That was like a late '90s Disney Channel movie.
It was.
Yeah, why is this defining? Who's in that movie? Nobody knows who's in that movie.
I was gonna say I don't
think Katie Seagal was. It wasn't Peggy Bundy was in that movie, right?
Peggy
Peggy Bundy
Bundy
is.
played the house, and she
But
probably
you
was
just
going to
nailed
play
it.
the house.
She's Peggy Bundy, not the woman, the chick.
not Katie
from Smart
Seagal.
House.
Right.
Hey, there's another new generation that knows there's that chick from Sons of Anarchy.
This is true. She was what's his
Or
name? Charlie
Leela.
Hunnam's mom.
Yeah,
Leela.
Leela.
Yep. Yes. From Futurama. So I mean, I look at some of those roles and it's like, okay, so Brie probably auditioned at Avatar for Zoe Saldana's part. How would that?
I just
I'm
want
not
to know
an
one thing.
What's
How
that?
bad of an actress do you have to be to not get a part in Gulliver's Travel?
You can't act like you're stepping over Lilliputians. What the hell's wrong with you, Brie? Come on, girl. I don't know with them feet. I don't know though. But seriously, man, like
unless she was going on her all men evil rant, I'm not here to listen to what a 40-year-old man has to say.
She would have had to play second fiddle to Jack Black. She was like, "Yeah, no, fam, I'm out. I'm not doing that." Oh God. So yeah, that's Bree's list of auditions that she did not get and roles that she auditioned for. And yeah, so I don't. I mean, get him to the Greek. What?
That was the spinoff to Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yep.
Is it,
yep.
What's his name?
Russell Brand and Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, that movie was like.
It was all right. Puff Daddy was the best part of the movie.
I watched it and I was like, it's a movie. I was never a big Russell Brand fan though. When they redid, what was it, Arthur with him, I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this.
No.
You don't ever want to watch that.
No, I watched Arthur and Arthur 2 on the Rocks as a kid with Dudley Moore, and I'm like, there's no way you're replacing Dudley Moore with Russell Brand. It's
I mean, the first one is so classic, but out of all the classic movies, I feel like that one would have been a good one to remake or do a spin-off, and it's like not even close to the same thing. It's like it should have been a whole spin-off, and then I don't know, they just tainted it pretty bad. I love the first one.
Yeah. Well, see, that's how she goes inside Brie Larson, though. So we're done. We can get out of here. Everybody, please remember to delouse when we leave. Here we go.
Hi. Hello. I'm starting a YouTube channel.
All right, we're cleaned off. There we go. I exercised.
Oh my god!
I can't believe that's even still a segment, Pete.
Hey, it's always going to be a segment. Man. It's always going to be a segment here. We've got, I got to go in. So you got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. Look, you know what? I'll take one for the team. Like I said, I review Batwoman. I go inside Brie Larson. I mean, what else do you want from me? But seriously, so what we're going to do right now is we are going to take a look at another Bounding into Comics article, and we're going to talk a little bit about Mr. Ray Fisher versus Geoff Johns and Warner Brothers. And there is a lot going on over there. There's to this Ray Fisher story. And I've kind of been covering this, and I wanted to do another video on it because I've done a couple so far. I was going to do another one, but then like there's been articles dropping every day. So I've kind of been collecting everything, and it's like, there's a lot of moving parts of this thing, man. And it's like, whose side, who do you believe here? And then Ray Fisher, it's like, well, I'd still be open to come back to work if they did like a Justice League 2, or, I want to play Cyborg again. It's like, wait a minute, fam. Wait a minute. So you're telling me you're all up in arms about what happened to you. Warner Brothers still owns this, just because the Snyder cut's coming out now doesn't mean that Warner Brothers doesn't own this anymore, bud. So it's like, I understand but then he was ducking the investigation. They wanted to, they needed information from him, but then you find out he's ducking them and stuff. So it's like, which, who do you believe here? It's kind of a, I don't know. It's a funny situation here.
To Whedon, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And now it's focused on, it's going back on Geoff Johns more too. So we're on Bounding into Comics. This from yesterday. Cyborg actor Ray Fisher responds to Warner Brothers' statement on Justice League misconduct accusations. Yes, this does stem back to the original claims against Joss Whedon. Warner Brothers has finally issued a response to Cyborg actor Ray Fisher's claims of gross mistreatment from Justice League director Joss Whedon, which was enabled by studio heads Geoff Johns and John Berg on the set of Justice League. So, yeah, I mean, and then somebody was talking today about how, was it Nolan doesn't allow chairs on set for the actors. So it's like, that's, And I don't see anything wrong with that because you're working. I mean, you have your trailer, right? So, no, I'm trying to get this. This site is being uncooperative as all hell.
Ooh, Ninja Turtles. Oh,
I know, right?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. Okay, so here we are.
Turtles
Heroes in a
everyone.
half shell. Copyright strike. In a lengthy statement issued on September 5th, Warner Brothers spokesperson noted that initially Fisher's representatives asked DC Films president Walter Hamada to talk to Mr. Fisher about his concerns during the production of Justice League, as the two had previously spoken when Mr. Hamada asked him to reprise his role as Cyborg in Warner Brothers' upcoming Flash movie together with other members of the Justice League. Warner Brothers alleges that in this July conversation, Mr. Fisher recounted disagreements he'd had with the film's creative team regarding his portrayal of Cyborg and complained that his suggested script revisions were not adopted, to which Mr. Hamada explained that creative differences are a normal part of the production process and that a film's writer-director ultimately has to be in charge of these matters. Okay. Warner Brothers further explained to Hamada that Hamada also told Mr. Fisher that he would elevate his concerns to Warner Media so they could conduct an investigation. The statement also addressed a September 4th accusation from Fisher that he had received a phone call from the president of DC Films wherein he attempted to throw Joss Whedon and John Berg under the bus in the hopes that I would relent on Geoff Johns.
This is what I gotta say.
Yeah.
It takes Ray Fisher. By the way, who the freak is that guy? He's Cyborg.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yep.
So there's one. And then we got Whedon, who's been around in Hollywood for decades. And then you mean to tell me that this is now only just coming about? Look, I get it. I'm a Whedon fan because I like a lot of his stuff. Firefly, Angel, Dollhouse even. I love that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of his stuff is pretty woke, which fine, whatever. So it doesn't really match, but then all of a sudden you get Ray Nobody coming in here, and first off, he's pissed about his character, and then second off, it's a sucky movie. 3 comes in and he probably had a connection with Snyder, and then he decides to put all this out. You mean to tell me that freaking, I don't know, Sarah Michelle Gellar never came out, that nobody came out and said any of this stuff? That's why I'm not saying he's a liar. I'm just not prone to believe any of that stuff because the shoe don't fit.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot of it too. Now we all know Whedon had his affair with Eliza Dushku. He's married, whatever, and she was cheating on Rick Fox with him. All right, we've talked about that. Whatever. That doesn't mean that there was abuse. That means that Joss Whedon had an affair.
Consensual to me.
Exactly, and that's
both of them are
point.
dicks, but it's consensual.
Yep. There's no illegal or illicit, there's nothing wrong there. That has nothing to do with Ray Fisher. So where are your claims stemming from? He said abuse and, on the set. So what, so you're upset about your contract now? Is that what this boils down to?
I do wish he'd be clear on what the abuse is. Cause I keep thinking was he just being a dick on set? That kind of abuse? Was it sexual abuse? What kind of abuse is it? You just keep saying
I've heard
abuse.
so many things. When I heard dick, I'm like, yeah, sure. But then when I heard sexual, I'm like, now hold on. Now wait a minute. For you to come out, Ray Fisher, sorry. You have not, you're a dude. You may be a black male in 2020, but you're still a dude. He's not going to be making a pass on you. Because we already know his type.
Yeah, we know what Joss Whedon likes. He likes the ladies, and hey, let's see. They continued, Mr. Fisher.
Though,
what's that?
Joss Whedon, he did screw me over. He did screw me. He screwed me when he did Age of Ultron.
I like him. I like Age of Ultron. I'm not gonna lie.
I hate that movie.
I like that. I like James Spader as Ultron though, and I love the previews for that when he was singing. There are no strings on me, but that was. It was in James Spader's voice. It was perfect. It was, yeah. I still think that that Robert California is Raymond Reddington, but that's another story altogether. Let's see. They continued. Mr. Fisher never alleged any actionable misconduct against him. Warner Media nonetheless initiated an investigation into the concerns he'd raised about his character's portrayal. So that's what it boils down to. Warner Brothers revealed that still not satisfied, Mr. Fisher insisted that Warner Media hire an independent third-party investigator, though the studio does note that this investigator has attempted multiple times to meet with Mr. Fisher to discuss his concerns, but to date, Mr. Fisher has declined to speak to the investigator. That's kind of telling, isn't it? I mean, you want this investigation. They're like, okay, our investigator, a non-biased third party, is going to talk to you. No, wait, what? What sense does
Jesse
that
Smollett? Oh, sorry, Ray Fisher. Sorry.
Juicy Smollett. It's juicy.
Don't you talk about Black Canary's brother like that.
That sounds nasty.
Listen. If I wasn't already married, I'd probably be Juicy Smollett's brother-in-law by now. I'm just saying. Warner Brothers then revealed that still not satisfied. Let's see. We read that. What else we got here? It popped back up. Oh, yeah. Warner Brothers remains committed to accountability and to the well-being of every cast and crew member on each of its productions, the statement concluded. It also remains committed to investigating any specific and credible, should we highlight this? Credible allegation of misconduct, which thus far Mr. Fisher has failed to provide. So Fisher would later claim that Warner Brothers' statement was a desperate and scattershot attempt to discredit me, to continue protecting those in power, and added that he had not met with the investigator via Zoom. It's only a Zoom meeting, too. My God, I just had one of those the other day. So, yeah, he, of course, takes to Twitter and, does this thing on Twitter like everybody wants to do now after something real happens. They want to go on Twitter and talk about it. Let's see. The screenshot was followed by a self-recorded video in which Fisher stated that there's going to be a third-party independent investigation, but stressed that even with those things, you do need to make sure that the folks you are dealing with are on the level, because at the end of the day, those people are being paid by somebody, and finding out who's paying them and sorting it out is extremely important. Well, Warner Media has to pay for it because you're requesting the investigation, so they had to hire a firm.
Out of your pocket.
If it was coming out of his pocket, he'd probably be living in a shoebox. I mean, it's Ray Fisher. He's not. This guy's not.
Who is he? He's no one.
I don't think he's honestly. Can anybody else name, without looking it up, anything that he's been in outside of Justice League?
I'm looking it up because I can't.
I hate to say it.
Exactly. I don't. I seriously don't think anybody can. I mean,
and look, I'll be fair. Look, I think I like him just fine as Cyborg, although I do kind of prefer the one from Doom Patrol more.
Mm-hmm.
The one from Doom Patrol, I like that Cyborg. That's the one who should be in the movies.
My Google said, "Did you mean Bobby Fischer?"
Bobby Fischer's the chess kid, isn't he?
We know who the chess kid is. Boy, you know how long ago Bobby Fischer was, and we all still remember it.
Oh, hey, let's see. Wait, here's
honestly, there's nothing. Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron and Ragnarok are still better than Captain Marvel. Here's one for you, Alex, for manliness and motivation. Ultron isn't as good as Ragnarok.
I miss you too.
I'll agree with that.
Motivation. I miss you too.
So did he have any? Let's see. Did he have anything else on his IMDb? Ryan, was there anything else there for Fisher? Aw. Got a guest. I'm
gonna go and say goodbye to her, but
okay.
He's on True Detective. He's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes, and then Zack Snyder's Justice League cut, Justice League, Batman v Superman, and then the TV series, The Astronauts' Wives Club, in one episode. That's it. That's literally it.
He's got a deep filmography like Alden Peckerwood from Solo. Except I'll give Alden Ehrenreich this. He's on a new show now. He is on a new show. I can't think of the name of it offhand, but he's on a new show right now. Blurb will be back in a minute. But yeah, so I mean this whole thing, we'll just kind of keep this going and wait for him to come back and we'll switch up. But yeah, I don't know what to believe here anymore, because at first it sounded like it could have been credible because he's coming out, he's talking about Whedon, and then it's like, well, then he kind of threw Jeff Johns and John Berg into it too. And I already had issues with those two just because of what they did to Snyder, how they kind of worked to kind of push him out.
Right.
But, at the same time, and this has been brought up too to me, is that, well, you like Shazam and Aquaman and Wonder Woman, right? Yeah, well, that's well, not Wonder Woman, but Shazam and Aquaman were, Geoff John. I'm like, oh, I know. Yeah. So it's kind of, it's difficult, because I like the movies. I'm not going to say retroactively I dislike the movies because of Geoff Johns, but I do. If I had to pick, I would say, why not both? Why can't you have tonally? Some characters are going to be more, not everybody has to be like a Snyder lens kind of character. That's that's just what I think. Who the fuck am I? I'm just some guy with a $60 webcam, not in Florida. Drink my Mountain Dew, viewing video games, talking about Star Wars and Kathleen Kennedy.
God.
See, the problem is people. Listen, I like Justice League, but I know a lot of people like it. And they be like, "Oh, well, that's Geoff Johns' fault." It's like, no, I think John's tenure didn't start. Like, he started, but his first movie was like Aquaman, wasn't it? It's kind of like how Disney credit for the Avengers, and people don't realize, like, no, Avengers was still Paramount. They bought it earlier. It's like, no, Disney's first MCU movie was Iron Man 3, which people hated.
I didn't mind Iron Man 3.
I liked Iron Man.
I liked it because
Iron Man 3.
I liked it because you hated it. Blurb. See, I liked it because I like the development of the story arc for Tony. I like seeing him go through panic attacks and normal people stuff.
Right
now the
that was
villain,
cool, but I just got tired of. I call it the Flash syndrome. It's like the exact same plot. Evil corporate villain wants revenge against the Stark family. He steals Iron Man's tech.
Yep.
Which movie did I just describe?
All of them. And the Spider-Man.
Oh God. I don't. No. Move past Spider-Man. Unless it's Spider-Verse.
Hey,
yes. Yeah.
No, are they working on the second Spider-Verse movie now? Are they working on that? I thought they were.
Yes, they are.
I've heard rumors. I hope they are. I like
Oscar Isaac is also in it as well.
Is he?
Spider-Man 2099?
Yeah, he's 2099, yeah.
Is that who he's playing?
The only reason I thought that, because that's the only Hispanic Spider-Man I know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, no, he is, but he's also he's at the end of the end credits.
Yeah, he was. He was the meme, right? They make fun of that Spider-Man meme.
Yeah,
where it's like the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
Yeah, it's 2099, and the meme Spider-Man, which was great. But then when you look in the credits, it says that it's that he's Miguel in the credits, and we're like, wait, Oscar Isaac is gonna. So that just means that they're actually gonna go with 2099. Anyway.
Nice. I missed that. Hang. I have to grab something. Speaking of Spider-Man, I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
Okay,
it's like,
Dragons. Oh, I was just gonna say real quick. Dragon said yes. The Mandarin in Iron Man 3 was unforgivable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was bullcrap, especially on Ben Kingsley like that. By the way, I feel like Ben Kingsley has become like a meme in Hollywood in himself. Like nobody takes him. Yeah, because he really has. He's allowed it to happen. Like him playing the Mandarin, I feel like is him playing himself in Hollywood.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad because he's really great.
3. I don't think Iron Man 3 is the worst MCU movie since the years have passed. I used to say that, but I was like, I've seen a lot worse movies since then. I still don't like Iron Man 3, but I don't think it's the worst one.
They have some really great lines from it, like I panicked, but I handled it.
Right.
Line. I feel like that's everyone though.
I feel like to be on the bottom of the NCU lineup is not a bad place to be on, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go grab something. We were talking about Spider-Man, so I want to show this one off. This is it's an old one.
Transparent.
Why is Ray Fisher?
It's my damn green screen. Can't really see it too well.
Now? Yes,
that's pretty cool. Yeah,
that's what is it? It's Invasion of the Spider Slayers, the conclusion. That's
the last one. That's the Spider Slayers. I actually had that full run, actually.
Yeah, this one's from 1993.
That's a different cover. I got like a variant cover.
you have
but
variant?
Yeah, I used to have that entire run when I was a kid.
I was saying it's the '90s, man. They had a whole bunch of variants back then.
Then we got
I miss the variants.
we got a Wolverine. Just picked that one up. This one is from
I remember that one.
30th anniversary. So this is 91. And then we've got
Hannah.
Punisher War Journal. We just picked these up this weekend. So
Spider-Man, the Spider Slayers were actually my first comic books that I ever owned. Actually, now that I think of it, yeah, it's kind of cool.
I think the first comic I had was when the Mojo storyline back like early 90s.
Oh, I remember that Mojo
80s.
verse.
Yes, and at the end they're all eating burgers and fries and drinks.
You know what the messed up part is? And I told Pete this. You remember what I said what my first comic was, Pete?
I can't remember which one it was, man. I remember
it was a Spider-Man one, but it was during the time where he got cosmic powers.
Yep.
So I would read that, and I was like, man, this is a good book, and I like Spider-Man. But then I would see later books and be like, why don't you just fly, Spider-Man? Just shoot your energy beams at him. You did it before. Just shoot your energy beams. Like, for the longest time, I thought Spider-Man could fly and had energy beams because my first Spider-Man book was when he had the cosmic powers. That'd be like if your first Batman book was what was it, Sleeping Bullets or whatever the one when he was when Superman became Batman. He'd just be like, just fly, Batman. Just fly. My brother had to explain to me, he's like, that's not his actual power.
I really got hooked on that, and I've got to buy. I'm telling my mother-in-law and father, because my father-in-law collects comics. So he's got like every Conan comic I think ever made. Like, dude, the boxes in his garage are just stupid. How many comics he has, but I want that Gamerverse run. I've got like I think 5 of them with the Spider-Man from this year. God damn it! It was like I've got them right here. There's like 5. I've got like 4 or 5 of the issues. I was ordering them from a local comic shop, and then it fucking closed down after 10 years. And they were doing curbside pickup, and they were mailing your books to you too. And like I ordered, what was it? The one time I ordered like 18 books, and he sent me like 30 and only charged me an extra $5. I mean, the guy was awesome. You know, if you ordered from him, he really took care of you. But yeah, it's like the Gamerverse run. I thought it was like a really good run of comics, and for a modern Spider-Man to actually hold my attention is pretty rare, you know. But let me find them here. They're right in this damn stack. Hang on. Well, I mean, this I said a stack. I'm not joking. There's a few of them here.
Jeez, man.
These are all right next to my
I give you
desk.
$2 for those.
Best I can do is $2.50.
That's like this. $3.50. All right, $3.50.
Remember, hey, what about Mr. Allen's? $29 or $2.50. Am I the only one that remembers the Mr. Allen's ads? Fubu, Jinko, Cross Colors, $29 or $2 for $50. Nike, Timberland, Fila, $29 or $2 for $50.
God, I miss those days.
Mr. Allen's, these right here. These the Black Cat Strikes run. These were actually these are.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember those based on the video game. Yeah. I think I only read one of them.
I've got the first 5. They are actually really good. Yeah, I like those. And I got this one they sent me in plastic. It's a Spider Gwen. I mean, and it was funny because I was gonna do a live read through of the new Warriors, because I have a couple of these, and these are the old New Warriors books, you know, the good ones actually. And I was like, I was gonna do a live read through of that, and then the Marvel honey dicked me, and they're not releasing that now. So I was like, God damn it! You know, I was all looking forward to that, because
no safe space for you.
No, the guy I didn't get Dora the Explorer. I mean Pathfinder, and screen time get all hopped up on Grandpa's old internet gas. You know.
Oh my God.
That was the biggest, like, Marvel comics, who was like basically hemorrhaging money. All right, they're not financially like great, and they're just like, hey, we're gonna spend millions of dollars, and we're gonna troll people with this comic, because that's basically what it was. It was a big fucking troll job, and the internet like reacted accordingly. And that Daniel Kibblesmith guy, who was like, how did this guy get into comics? Oh yeah, he's got a shitload of money and he was on Millionaire Matchmaker and bought a wife. I mean, this is the way this guy was. So, but yeah, it just Marvel is like, how can you honestly do that, Marvel, when you're financially just like in the crapper as it is with your comics, you know?
Because they know Disney and the MCU will save them for that. You want to know when Marvel Comics will start to get good again? When the MCU finally goes down to crapper and they kind of have to start relying on talent again. It's kind of what happened with DC. With DC kind of stopped for a while there. They only cared about their movies. They didn't really care too much about their comics. And then everyone started hating the movies. Not me, of course. And then what happened? Oh, here's Rebirth. Love us again.
If I swear, DC, they can do whatever. I'm excited about the Snyder cut of Justice League. I truly am, because I like Justice League. I want to see the Snyder tone. I want to see it in his full realized vision. I like Man of Steel. I like Batman versus Superman. I do. Unpopular opinions for the most part, yes. But
I never hated DCU.
I still want to see Shazam and Aquaman the way they were. Stay that way tonally. Don't adjust to match Snyder's tone. Stay where you are. Stay in your lane with those characters, because it works with Zachary Levi and Jason Momoa playing those kind of characters. So I don't know. You're not a Shazam fan, are you, Ryan?
No, I'm a huge Shazam fan.
You like Shazam? Okay. I couldn't remember if you did or not. I really wish they would have. I really wish they would have shown Cavill at the end, but it wasn't him doing that little cameo. That would have been funny if they could have went. But it was nice as it was having Superman in there. But
that was when the rumors were hitting that he was quitting, and they weren't rumors; they were for real. Like he was dead serious. He was supposed to do that, but they didn't do it. In my opinion, the DCEU made the mistake of getting Snyder on there. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Snyder. He's got okay stuff, but they made him do multiple movies. He should have only done Superman, and then maybe Batman v Superman, which in my opinion is pure crap, and nothing was going to save that anyway. That was their fault. They made Snyder do all of that. It's kind of like, what if Joss Whedon did Iron Man and friggin' Ant-Man and the Avengers, like it wouldn't have had so much character. And they painted themselves in a corner with Snyder, and they felt like this is the tone that we have to take for the rest of it. And then Shazam came out, finally something that is its own. And a lot of people say they hate it because it was trying to be like Marvel. In my opinion, no, it's not, because that's exactly what Shazam is supposed to be about. That's why I loved it. It was when Warner Brothers said, let's finally give our characters character.
Yeah. Let them.
Oh yeah.
Let them be, kind of lighten the tone, have some fun with it, and it worked. It really did. And I never saw that as an attempt to copy Marvel.
The only time I ever thought DC was trying to be Marvel was Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
That was them trying to be. Even with the post-credit scene, like that was them trying to be Marvel.
I still haven't made it all the way through the first Suicide Squad movie. I got 45 minutes into it and quit. I'm like,
This is something I've never admitted. I've never seen that movie.
I have.
I've seen just a little bit more than you have. Then
I've seen the whole thing.
It's
not that great. It's not that great. But my niece loves it. She loves Harley Quinn.
I liked it. It had problems, though. It definitely had problems.
Oh my gosh, does it ever? Yeah. I will agree with that. It had problems.
But the people say, like, oh, it's the worst movie. Oh, it's as bad as Catwoman and Green Arrow. Like, get the fuck out of here.
No,
it is not
Catwoman. Catwoman is... Okay, the Helen Slater Supergirl movie is better than fucking Catwoman, all right? Let's...
Okay, let's... that Supergirl movie is better than Captain Marvel.
Don't get me wrong. I think both movies are terrible. But I've said before, I don't hate Captain Marvel that much. I think it's a bad movie, but really, my only problem with that movie
is boring.
It's just Brie Larson that's bad. I feel like if you replaced it with anyone else,
the only good part of Captain Marvel
not that actress.
is the last 30 minutes.
Yeah. Like I've said before, I don't think Captain Marvel is like the worst movie. It's terrible. I don't own it.
Right?
When I reference the Infinity Saga, I always say the 22 films. It was basically worthless. You could have not made that movie, and you would have been perfectly fine, and the MCU would still be exactly where it is right now, because literally all it was retcon. They tried to make the they basically retcon the Winter Soldier. Oh, look, this is what happened to Nick Fury's eye. When in the Winter Soldier, Nick Fury's like, you don't want to know what happened to my eye. Yeah, because Nick Fury's a bad motherfucker. And then you get in Captain Marvel, oh, here, kitty, blah, loses his eye to the Flurkin. I'm like, and I know it's a Flurkin, whatever, but still, miss me with that bullshit. Just like,
Pete, she's the first Avenger.
Yeah.
She's the first Avenger, Pete. Pete about to throw me off the show.
The first Avenger. God,
you out of your goddamn mind. Son of a bitch.
I was not ready for that.
There is literally a movie called The First Avenger, and it's Captain America. I'm still annoyed over that.
There we go.
It was. God, it just.
Whoa. It ain't Halloween yet. That's too scary. I need an adult right now.
Adam ain't here yet. I'm gonna defer Alex. God.
Because that's what heroes do.
Not from Ragnarok for you, buddy.
You bastard.
Oh Lord.
Oh, first, when I saw that, I remember.
The only time Captain Marvel's ever made me laugh.
When I watched that movie, I'm like, you are not, no, this was based like 1995. I'm like, the first, the Captain America took place in the 50s. I'm like, what do you do? No, you are not the first Avenger. You cannot retcon something.
Yeah.
No.
I never understood that, because that is Captain America's first movie's name.
Yes, Captain America.
Yeah, that's what I was
first
saying.
Avenger.
Yeah.
Actually, what is it like? Is it like outside of America? It's not even called Captain America. It is just called The First Avenger. Because they thought Captain America would be offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, outside of the U.S., it was called just The First Avenger. So if you live outside of America, that whole title just don't mean shit anymore.
Yeah, man, trying to watch Captain America in Iran, that did not go over well in the theater. I was in Tehran with some of my Egyptian homies, man. Whew. We were like,
whoa,
hey,
how do you think Pakistan felt after watching Wonder Woman?
Not too good.
Oh Lord.
Oh God damn it,
Get what you fucking deserve.
No.
Why did all the bad things happen to Pakistan?
You have done that yourself.
Did you see what Keely Chow put on in the chat?
Oh, hang on.
Oh Lord, what is it? Let me see.
Oh, this one right here?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Wait, Codmaster. Also, when I said good morning, it's 2:27 a.m. now. I'm gonna head out. So, hey, thanks for stopping by, Codmaster.
Thank you, Cod.
If you're so inclined, please hit that subscribe button. I think I'm still at 319. I've went down and up and down and landed back at 319. So give me 320. Hit the subscribe button. I promise it's always free. You won't regret it. And if you do, just stay subscribed anyway.
Cod's actually one of my subscribers.
Or unsubscribe and resubscribe like Blurb did, and then I was like, how am I a positive one? I'm like, did you get unsubscribed without knowing? I'm like, my channel is too damn small to have people manually or automatically unsubscribe. That I'm like, hell no.
Cod, I will talk to you on the Discord, because he is one of mine. I dragged him and Dragon over here for you.
It's weird because the notifications on yours doesn't come through, and so I unsubscribed and then resubscribed, and then you had one more in there. So I don't understand what happened.
I was like, yeah, but you're not the first person to say they're not getting notifications from me either, and it's like
I am now though. Ever since I did that, so
all right, good. At least it's working now. And I'll tell you what is working now is, well, what's not working now is Ray Fisher, obviously. Because he's trying to get that roll back. He's not working. Ray Fisher, hey man, I'll take a double burger with cheese. And anyway, we're gonna race swap the role right now. So let's get on this now. We might as well, if we're gonna recast Cyborg, we can cast anybody but Ray Fisher. We can race swap the role. We can make him anybody we want to. Fallon, who would you race swap the role for if you're changing out Ray Fisher?
Oh God. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, it has to be a guy.
You know what? It's your world. I'm just living in it. You, like I said, you can race, gender swap. I don't care. Do whatever you want.
Oh gosh, we're going Rule 66, aren't we? Or is it Rule 63?
Execute order 66, Alan. Do it. Do it. Do it now.
Oh, I can't think of anyone because the person that's popping up is a YouTuber. I need to go find her name because I can't think of her right now. I think she'd be an awesome, but she'd bring complete sass to it. Let one of these guys, and I'll come back with my answer because I know who I want to choose.
Okay.
But
Alex.
wait, Lorena. Lorena.
I was gonna say, is she the is that the Creole
Yes.
girl? Okay, yep. I've seen her on was she on Toxic Femininity? Was that the
Yes,
one?
yeah,
Okay.
she's also on the Queen Council.
Okay. Lorena, yep, I know who you're talking about. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. I'm trying to think if I had somebody on YouTube. I don't know. What do you think, Alex?
Okay, I'm race swapping Cyborg, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's only one actress who can do this role right. And I'm getting Kristen Stewart because when I want robotic acting, you call Kristen Stewart. This will be the role that gets her an Oscar, okay? We're going to finally do it.
Oh, Lord.
And look,
I'm not
we
going to be
can
able to
create
breathe.
tension. We can create tension because Cyborg will have to team up with Batman.
Well, her and Bat Pat, cyborg and Bat Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
She calls him a sparkly bitch and shoots him with her laser arm. Want some sunlight, Edward? My name's not Edward anymore, Bella. What do you think, Ryan? Who you got?
I think we need to bring back Billy Zane.
Oh,
I miss Billy Zane.
Holy shit!
So does everyone else.
Look, Billy Zane is never the wrong answer. No, regardless.
Right?
Billy Zane's never the wrong answer.
Was he? What was he in the Shadow? Was
No,
it
no.
the
Phantom.
Phantom.
I loved that movie as a
He
kid.
was also on Charm for a little bit. He played a demon.
He did. My wife loves that show.
Plus, he was the villain in Titanic. Even in a movie with an iceberg that kills thousands of people, Billy
He's
Zane
in Tombstone.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn. He's
He
always
played himself in Zoolander.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. Yeah,
Where has he been? Honestly, Billy Zane. What has he been up
I think
to?
he still acts. He's just mostly like smaller roles and stuff.
Was it Nick and the guys met him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because I think outside of the Phantom, I don't think he's ever really had a leading role, at least not a major one.
Well, I feel like the most major one is Titanic, and then
Titan-
like it even says
that-
it right here.
Not the lead in that one, but yeah, Titanic is probably his biggest movie.
Wait,
The
he's in
Phantom
Back to the Future too?
Is he?
Is he?
He's Match. I don't know who that is.
I
don't
own
either.
that movie, and I don't even know. We still love you, Billy Zane.
He's in a lot of post-production stuff, but yeah, lots of TV stuff.
You know,
He's in The Boys. He's in The Boys.
I haven't seen The Boy.
He was in
Neither have I.
Scorpion King 3.
Yep.
Dude, I love those movies. I don't know why. Don't ask me.
I've only seen the first two. I
everybody's
need to
got
get
guilty.
the-
You know, it's one of those movies that's like they're just fun to watch. You
They're
don't
so
care either.
much fun.
If they're
I
good or
love
bad, they're just fun to watch.
They so are. Yeah, freaking. He was in Zoolander too as himself, but then
I remember that.
that looks like the biggest thing that he's been on, except for The Boys is pretty big. Like The Boys is kind of a hit, which I've never seen. So
Okay, does he bathe in the blood of innocence? Because he doesn't look like he's aged any.
He's like oh god, what's I'm trying to think who else is like there's a couple actors that are like that. They just like shit, what's the other one?
But the reason Billy Zane is so young because he doesn't have to deal with the stress of being on a certain plane to a certain island. He doesn't have to deal with that stress. Billy Zane.
No.
Everyone else.
Billy Zane. You know who's not on the flight logs? Billy Zane.
That's right.
But yeah, he's been on several TV shows and all this other stuff.
Yes, that's what I said. He's like that guy that's like, he's never really the lead. Like I said, outside of the Phantom, that's probably in Titanic. He's the villain. I feel like he should get another shot at being the lead. I don't hate
Leading man.
He really
like
should.
Phantom. I can't say it's my favorite superhero movie, but I did enjoy that movie when I watched. I got the novelization.
It's pretty cheesy. It's pretty corny. I feel like that'd be a good movie to remake and give it a lot of grit to it.
Also, he was on DC's Legends of Tomorrow. He played P.T. Barnum.
Interesting. Dude, he's right there. He's like one of Biff's minions in Back to the
Oh my
Future
gosh,
2.
he had to be a baby then.
Yep.
It looks like this is the first one, so he's in both of them as the same character. He's chewing on a match stick. I don't know. That's really weird. I would have never guessed that. But yeah, Billy Zane, dude, Cyborg.
I could.
I'm with the Billy Zane now.
Yep.
Yeah, we are on the Billy Zane train right now.
I don't even want to say mine.
Say it. Say it.
Can you top Billy Zane?
Ruby Rose. No. I was only kidding, Elvira. I was kidding.
You were not. You were not.
I can't even. Help me, Rhonda.
What a story, Mark.
You guys are all sitting over here looking at me like
Shut
this,
the
like,
fuck
wow.
up, Donnie. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
That's my favorite one when he says that in, what is it, the theater? That's my favorite one he says.
He's so mad and he tries to be quiet at the same time.
I love it so much.
That's like me when I'm yelling at my kid in public. I'm like, "Come!" I gotta do that. I gotta do that at school now. If I'm in a lunchroom with him, he'd be like, "He's pretty good though, because he don't act a fool." Some of the other kids look at him. I had to put bass in my voice the other day, and they all were like, because the principal's office is right next to the cafeteria, and all there. You know, we're talking the one at that point. It was like kindergarten and first and second grade, but there's only like 20 kids in there, so they're getting kind of loud. And the other lady that works there was like, "You guys got to be quiet." I was like, "Hey!" And they all just sat down on their little X, because they got X's. I got to sit every other seat in the cafeteria. And yeah, they all just sat right the fuck down. I was like, "See, I just got to put some bass in your voice. That's it." I can't beat Billy Zane. Like, honestly, that is.
No, man.
No.
The whole show right there.
Oh, God, I'm just gonna let's take it home. We're done. That's it. Fuck it. That's the end of this. If you want to do a Costanza and leave on a high note, I mean, that's.
Yeah, I changed mine. I say Leslie Jones from Ghostbusters.
Oh my god!
Shit.
That'd actually be pretty funny, though.
Leslie Jones.
Oh my!
Isn't she doing the grocery store game now? She's launching her own. It's a TV show they're having her where you run
She's
through
doing
the grocery
supermarket sweep.
Yeah.
Supermarket sweep. By the way, that came back on Netflix.
I just watched an episode today, man. I didn't know it till just now. I was gonna say something, but I was like, no one's gonna know what supermarket sweep is. Apparently, I was wrong.
I used to watch that show a lot.
It's been advertising on YouTube and Twitter like all day.
Oh,
it must be because they are making a new one. And that'd be funny if she did it.
I'll need to find the commercial.
Let's see. Who? I guess I would know who I would put in the. I would put in the side. Lou Diamond Phillips. There. How about that? Let's see Lou Diamond Phillips as Cyborg. I like Lou Diamond Phillips. I don't think he'd really fit, but I think it would be funny to see him try. So yeah, Lou Diamond Phillips. I think Billy Zane would make a much better Cyborg. But and Flare X, we were talking about Bex Taylor Kloss. I see you mentioned that. Yes. In the long line of short-haired lesbians, she's right up there with Ruby Rose for me. I don't know what it is. I was watching that show Deputy, and I'm like, damn it, damn, she is really a non-binary in real life. Go figure. She's still hot. I can't even get over that. I was like, she was born a woman. She's still. I think she's an attractive woman, and she was kick ass on that show. Did any of you ever watch Deputy with Steven Dorff?
I wanted to, but I just never got to it.
It got canceled after the first season, which was a crying shame because damn, it was good. And it was. I was gonna do an Is It Woke on it. Because I was listening to like Chad and I talk about it. And people are, oh, that show's woke. You know, it's this. I think Flair even said it was at one point. But I was like, you know what? For the level of wokeness that was in the show, it kind of made sense with the plot and the themes of the show. So I really didn't mind it as much. You know, like I said, if you're going to give me wokeness, make it make sense. That's all you have to do is make it make sense. And I probably will have no complaints about it if it's done right. And to me, that show wasn't really that ham-fisted. I mean, some of the things, okay, the immigration thing was a little bit over the top. But you know what? It's a TV show. Everything's going to be exaggerated and magnified anyway. So I was like, I can deal with it because I like Steven Dorff in the show. And I think the supporting cast was good. It was a solid show, but it got no love from the viewers on Fox. Fortunately, Prodigal Son held on for me because that is another one that I dearly am very hooked on because what's his name? Jesus, there.
Michael Sheen.
What the hell? I'm trying to think the guy that plays the main character.
The dad?
Name? No. The son.
Oh, the son. I don't know.
Tom, what's his name? Is it Tom Payne? Is that his name? I think that played Jesus on The Walking Dead. Is that the actor's name? Maybe, but yeah, he's excellent. What's the dad's name on that show?
Michael Sheen.
He's amazing.
Oh, on the show, I don't know the name. I can't remember. But that is a really good show. I feel like that's a show that a lot of people are not talking about, and it's pretty good.
No, I kind of want to do like a look back video on the first season before the second premieres, and if nobody watches, I don't care because I just love the damn show. You know, it's one of those shows where it's like I want to make a video about this because it's a good show, and there's really not many people talking about it. Like you said, I've seen a couple, like, you know, I mean, I've seen there's people review it, but I mean, it's not like a very like heavily trafficked in the zeitgeist or in the algorithm show, you know. But it was good. It was solid. Has a good cast. And the action's good. I like the two police officers. Of course, Lou Diamond Phillips is in it, so he plays. You know, he plays the detective. That, you know, I mean, and it's good, man. It's a solid show. And Walking Dead comes back soon too, which I'm freaking excited about. Finally. So yeah, the season finale, like what, 8 months in the making. But so we've race swapped the role. We've done that. Now we can talk a little bit of lighthearted fun about G.I. Joe and Transformers possibly coming to life on the screen together.
Yikes.
Now, after
is Michael Bay involved in this?
If not, he should be.
He's producing it.
Is he?
Yeah, because Ninja Turtles is supposed to come in there too.
Okay. Wait,
yeah.
all three of them?
Yeah, all of them.
With the Ninja Turtles, the G.I. Joes.
Oh, yeah.
Throw Star Wars and Transformers. Can we get a Guts live action movie finally? And speaking of which, why haven't we got an Army Ants movie yet? Does anybody remember the Army Ants toys?
I do not.
No? That was from the that's the 80s.
I actually made a video on this exact thing that you're talking about, not the hijack it, but they're also talking about bringing in creepy crawlers.
I remember that.
What that is.
It's like the little spiders,
Yeah, it's like a Hasbro cinematic universe. So they're doing because Hasbro has some rights for Ninja Turtles. They have them for G.I. Joe and for Transformers, and they're going to be doing it with creepy crawlers and then something else that's kind of like Transformers but not.
GoBots? Is it GoBots?
Something, dude. I don't know. I'm still waiting on that Beast Wars live action movie, dude.
We need Beast Wars now more than ever.
That's true.
So this one, this came from Mikey Sutton over on geekositymag.com. It said, childhood dreams don't always translate onto the screen with the vivid imaginations of youth, and nor are they simple to pull off. Paramount Pictures has been attempting to recreate the beloved play sets of the 80s kids since Michael Bay's Transformers in 2007. Once worldwide billion-dollar box office juggernauts, the Transformers' record of critics' failing grades and fan backlash, especially among the older generation who grew up on the original cartoons and toys, gradually eroded the movie's popularity. 2018's acclaimed Bumblebee brought back the heart and sense of wonder missing from Bay's mindlessly explosive adventures, but G.I. Joe still hadn't gained back its Generation X sheen. That could change with the upcoming Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins in 2021 with Henry Golding in the title role. Okay, so this is one thing with the Snake Eyes movie. They're going to take Snake Eyes' mask off. It's going to happen.
And I'm out.
Why?
It'll do they ever want any of these characters to be covered up by a mask? Look at the Marvel movies.
It started with Marvel. Actually, probably started before Marvel, but still, it's just what superheroes. Hollywood loves superheroes, but they don't like the masks.
Yep, it's like they pay all that money for that actor's face, so they want the face to be visible. Unless you're Vin Diesel.
People, just look at the posters. Was it Infinity War? Was it Infinity War and Endgame? Just look at the posters. Not a single one of them has a mask on. Not even Spider-Man, who needs the mask.
They did in Endgame. They had Iron Man wearing his mask, but then they redacted it, and then they put up Tony's face because everybody was just assuming that he was going to be dead, and so they just redacted it. So those posters with the mask on it is like the only one to have one, and it's like super rare. So those of you who are watching this right now, if you have one of those, hang on to those. They're extremely expensive right now.
Damn. Yeah, they don't.
Shout out to Hugo Weaving though, V for Vendetta. He kept that.
Oh yeah,
yes he did.
Oh,
he kept it on the entire movie.
See,
it's because it wasn't his body, just his. Just I don't know. I actually don't know that. Do we know that was actually him in there?
I don't know. Was it? I thought he just did the voice.
I think it was actually him, but I'll look it up. I mean,
James Earl Jones wasn't inside.
No,
freaking Darth Vader.
Proud.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody wants to hear David Prowse's Vader.
No. Vader spit spot. You want to spot a T?
I'd rather hear Brie Larson fake an orgasm.
Oh, that's bad.
I still love you, Nick, if you watch it.
Oh my God.
Nick is going to get revenge on me.
I'll see you in hell, Costanza.
I love it.
Oh, Lord.
God. So this they're talking about, like you said, the Hasbro universe, and this is it says I scooped the Transformers teaming up with the Power Rangers months ago. What is this? And that's being developed. I mean, I don't. That seems like a lot. They're gonna try to. This is a pretty ambitious undertaking.
Universe in it.
I've never watched the G.I. Joe movies. And I've heard that both, the second one I think was good, wasn't it? The second one was good. The second
one's decent. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, and you, like I said, I don't want them to take Snake Eyes' mask off. And this is another thing they're talking about. Snake Eyes was a white dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so I don't know. It just, it does it not make any sense in 2020 for a ninja to be white? I mean, I don't know. We had Chris Farley back in like '96. Was that when Beverly Hills Ninja came out?
Bro, don't start giving Hollywood ideas, but that if they mess with Beverly Hills Ninja, I'm coming for you, Pete.
Dude, that's so true. Don't throw that out there on the Google machine.
Don't you do that, man.
I don't want to see a reboot of that. Hey, look, here's what we're gonna do. No, because you can't. You can't do that.
They're gonna try to get like Aquafina to play the Beverly Hills Ninja or something like that. I will come for you, Pete.
Aquafina is Beverly Hills Ninja.
Oh crud! Do you remember?
Hey, that actually sounds exactly like what Hollywood would do. So stop talking right now.
Do y'all remember the Kung Fu show that used to even come on at TNT's at like 12? I can't remember. The guy would travel it around.
Chow Yun Fat? Are you talking the actual Kung Fu show?
Kung Fu show.
With Carradine?
I'm trying to remember.
Well, it was two shows. There was Kung Fu, and then they made a sequel series called Kung Fu: The Legend Continues.
Guess what? They are rebooting it and having a woman play the lead.
I think I heard something about that.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
If it's not Cynthia Rothrock, then it's dead.
If it's Cynthia Rothrock, I'm in. Other than that, I'm out.
Oh God, what?
Let me look this up. It's been a while since.
Can we be done? Can we be done with like the reboots and the what's going on? Like, are we really wanting to see these? Like, I don't know about you guys. Like, what is your opinion? Like, do you really want to see rehashes of the same thing?
Nope. Hollywood has ran out of ideas, and you know what? I've said it before. It's kind of a controversial opinion. Because so many 80s kids are now executives in Hollywood, they just want to be like, let's just take every cartoon and toy I had as a kid and make a movie out of it.
You know, I mean, I don't mind. Okay, so if you want to make that's about it. If you want to make G.I. Joe movies, awesome. Make G.I. Joe movies. If you want to make new G.I. Joe figures, cool, do it. Please stop making them look like Fortnite figures, though, okay? Motherfucking G.I. Joes do not look like Fortnite characters, okay? I mean, I could. I can't reach behind me because my fucking screen's behind me. But
behind you.
Yeah. But no, it's just it doesn't make any sense to me to kind of sully the name of the product. I mean, like the Transformers. Okay, the first Transformers movie was fucking awesome. I loved it. I did. It was great. The second one, it was still fun. It was good. After that, it was just like, you know, by the time I finally watched The Last Night from 2017, like about 3 months ago, and I was sitting there watching, I'm like, like you got Anthony Hopkins to do this?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, this movie.
He doesn't care, dude. It's all money to him.
That's it. It was like, this movie, shit. Like, I mean, it is bad. And then
he's at Mission Impossible 2.
Hey, don't you badmouth Mission Impossible 2.
Hey, it's one of my most rewatched movies of all time, okay? Like, it's great. But it is crap. So
Okay. Just as long as we establish it's still entertaining. That's all I wanted to point out.
It's still amazing. I love it.
Okay, I sent you the link about the because I can't even pronounce that name.
Okay. I'll pull it up.
But yeah, I sent you the casting tab, but it's like, oh boy. And it's supposed to come out next year on the CW.
And you lost me at CW.
Tommy. Hey, listen, man. I can't wait, man. My new Bat Bay is coming up. Javicia Leslie. I was watching a video she released on Instagram the other day. She's got some moves as far as her martial arts shit goes. She legit works out and does. I'm like, I might fuck around and marry you, girl. I don't know yet. I want to see, you know. But no, I don't think the show's going to get any better. I think aesthetically it'll get better seeing her ass in that bat suit. But that's just me. What up, Groove? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, everybody?
The Groovinator. He's joining us here for the home stretch on the show tonight because, well, you got something coming up later. Me and Blurb are going to stop over for the inaugural maiden voyage. What do you got coming up later, Groove?
The first of many Dune live shows starting on Monday nights. Me and Flair. Nerdy's going to be there. You're going to be there for a little while.
Yep.
I might have a surprise guest pop in, but I can't confirm anything. So we'll see how that goes. It's somebody that we know. Yeah, it's somebody we know. Yeah. But I wanted to piggyback a little bit off of what Nerdy said about why all the reboots, and the reason for the reboots is basically brand recognition.
Right. I get it. I don't like it.
No, nobody likes it, but they'll do anything to get butts and seats. The way they look at it is you're releasing too many movies in a given time frame. Now, are you going to go see the movie that you never heard of before? Or are you going to see, oh, hey, I recognize that brand or I recognize that movie. Let's go see that. It's kind of what they're doing. It sucks, but that's how they do. They're more obsessed with the brand than they are the actual product.
Right.
But I mean, look at all these Disney remakes. Are any of them better than the actual originals at all?
No.
No, and there never will be at all because the nostalgia factor is working against them. Plus, they're just like freaking cookie cuttering these things. Like Aladdin was freaking filmed on a TV set. It's pretty pathetic, Disney.
I miss the cartoons, but the sad truth is they don't animate anything anymore, and they don't have, like even the CGI cartoons are few and far between. Mm-hmm. So the live action is it's cheap for them to make it. You know, they can spend all the money on special effects and actors, and they don't have to write anything. They don't have to do anything else, and they're almost guaranteed to get at least X amount of butts and seats. Sucks, but that's the reality.
Aladdin was bad. Aladdin was, so I mean, it was. I watched that, you know, when as soon as it came out on Disney Plus, you know, me and the wife and kid watched it because he loved the animated one. You know, we watched it with him because, you know, we grew up watching those in the 80s. You know, that was, you know, Disney stuff. But so we watched that with him, and I'm just sitting back going, you know, this Will Smith tried, you know, I mean, Will Smith was not terrible as Genie. You know, you can't replace Robin Williams, but he wasn't terrible because Will Smith, you know, entanglements aside, is an entertaining guy. I'm sorry your wife banged one of your son's friends, bro. I really am. And your kid wears dresses. But, I mean,
entanglement.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize here. He was a decent Genie. Now, the kid that played Aladdin, I was like, who are you? And Naomi Scott, I do like her. I like her. I think she's a decent actress. She was really good in the 2017 Power Rangers. This is one thing, and I always go back to this because they're rebooting Power Rangers again, and I'm like, after the start you had with that 2017 movie,
should have made a sequel.
They should, dude. They set up to have the Green Ranger come in. They had the post-credit scene with the green coat sitting there on the fucking chair in detention, and they had it set up perfect. That cast was great. Okay, you want diverse cast? You had it right there.
Oh yeah.
You've got what's her name? The little girl Becky. What's her name? Becky G, the little rapper girl. Is she like part Asian or Latina or something like that? Naomi Scott is she's part Middle Eastern. I'm not sure which, but I know she has some Middle Eastern or background in her ethnicity. You had you know, the young man that played Billy Cranston. You have the Asian kid. I can't remember many of the actors' names. I really can't. But then you had the Red Ranger was the one white kid that looked kind of like Bart from How High. But I mean, it was a good cast. I thought they worked well together. Mm-hmm. Elizabeth Banks was solid as fuck as Rita Repulsa. She can act. She just can't direct or write or do interviews or write statements. That's the only thing with Elizabeth Banks. But she can act. You know, she was good as Rita. You know, I was like, I did not dislike her at all as Rita. And it was kind of funny that her and the guy that played the Red Ranger's dad, he played Roy in The Office. They were in was that Brightburn together. They were Bizarro Superman's parents, and the ending to that movie is so fucking crazy. Holy shit! If you have seen that, Brightburn, that has a wicked crazy ending.
I love that movie, man.
It was good. That was like
I keep forgetting to watch it.
If Superman came to Earth and was a fucking bad guy, that's all I'm gonna say. Is that from a kid? I mean, it was really cool.
Right there, Alex, what you just said, the perfect example. Nobody went to see that. Mm-mm. But if you called it bad Superman, people would shovel in to see that because people are programmed to recognize brands.
They're creatures of habit.
Yeah.
Let me acknowledge the chat here for a minute. Let's go back here. Tommy Gladden, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome, sir. He says, I love the first Transformers movie. Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
I saw that, you know, as soon as the opening night in the theater. I was there. I was like, live action Transformers. Been waiting on this since, you know, childhood, man, since the 80s. You know, we had the animated movies, but never anything like that. And it didn't disappoint. Like I said, the first and second one were great, and after that, it just kind of was like that ride down to the bottom of the roller coaster right before you end the ride.
It tried to be something it didn't need to be. That was when the first movie just knew, look, just give me giant robots shooting at each other.
Yep.
But once you got to like part 2 and onwards, it was also, oh, look, the moon landing. Oh, ancient Egypt. They try to keep throwing this. Transformers is not deep. You are not Lord of the Rings. Stop trying to do it.
Yeah, that's Alex Kurtzman doing that, though, Alex. He's the guy that.
Well, Kurtzman's not involved in Transformers movies.
Kurtzman wrote. If you look at his track record, his jacket, he wrote a lot of the scripts for the Transformers movies. Oof. That's why he keeps getting all these jobs. Because those movies made tons of money. It doesn't matter how ridiculous they are.
That's the thing.
They made money.
Yeah. I don't know how movies that bad made money. I mean, like seriously, like especially like I said, The Last Night was just
that was I still ain't seen that movie. I had a free ticket to see that movie, walked out of the theater, tried to finish it on Hulu, still ain't finished it. It's like what, 2-3 years later, I still ain't finished it.
It took me
Solo.
It took me what I had to sit through Parasite 4 times to fucking watch that. I kept falling asleep, and then I woke up. No, dude. The last time I watched, the last time I fell asleep was the third time I was watching. I fell asleep and I woke up right when old fucking Hong Kong Fooey sticking his eyes out from that fucking basement there, looking all creepy like the original Nosferatu and shit, or the dude from Salem's Lot. See them little beady ass fucking eyes. Look, what the fuck? Like I fell out of my goddamn chair in the living room. I was twisted up, though. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I passed out in the first damn place. Yeah,
Oh my god!
You saw the hell I took over my review of that movie.
Oh shit! You got beat. I mean, you got beat down. Ass whooping over.
I got beat down hard. I got beat down so hard I had to make a second video. Like, look, these are my opinions. I don't care what you think. They're my opinions.
Why did you have to make a second video for that, though? It's like,
well, the reason I made a second video is because the first video, one of the complaints that I had made is the fact that, I can watch movies with subtitles, but if it's a dialogue-heavy movie, it takes me out of the movie because I'm not focusing on what's going on the screen. I'm focusing on reading walls of text, and I don't enjoy that. So the fact that I had put that down there, they basically tried to pass me off like I'm some ignorant hillbilly redneck that can't read. So my second video, I did it like a 13-minute video entirely in gibberish with subtitles all the way across just to prove a point. I'm like, things could have been happening, but since you've been spending this whole time reading these subtitles, just to prove my point.
See, that would have been funny if, like, while you're doing that shit, if you had like people running through the background of the video and shit, like,
well, that's what I did.
That, did you?
I basically said that in my text. I said, "Hey, did you just see those special effects?" Right? No, you didn't, because you're busy reading the text. The hardest part about it was speaking gibberish for 13 minutes. I didn't think I could do it, but I did. I made up
reading from a dictionary.
I made up my own language.
He just filibustered.
He filibustered.
He filibustered. Today on Capitol Hill, Adam. I don't mind movies with subtitles. Before we get too derailed here,
no, I own a couple, but yeah, if it's dialogue heavy, it's Can you imagine watching Lincoln in subtitles?
Like I don't want to watch Lincoln again.
All 3.5 hours of Lincoln, if it was all subtitles, that would be rough.
And I like Daniel Day-Lewis, but man, that movie was it was dry.
I like Steven Spielberg, but yeah, that one was a nappy time,
Yeah. But, the movies with subtitles, I would say, are my probably Apocalyptica was freaking. That movie was incredible. That one.
Now, see, that's a good example, because like that one, you don't really need to read the subtitles to figure out what's going on, because the gestures and the way the movie is directed, you can understand. But since Parasite has so much setup, you have to read every last little piece of dialogue, or you'll miss. Like you said, you had to go back and watch it a second or third time. And I'm like, this is the movie that everybody thinks is the second coming of movies. I mean, okay,
it kind of is, though.
Okay.
It's freaking amazing, though. Like I
like Parasite. I enjoy Parasite.
So good.
I get why Adam doesn't like it, but I did enjoy Parasite. I ain't gonna go snap on the man like everyone else did.
It wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst movie I ever watched. Like I said, I've watched it. Like I said, I've watched it 4 times now. A couple incompletes, and one did not finish, but I finally made it through. But I mean, I see the statement that it's making. I understand what its themes are, and it was a good movie. I mean, it was good. I don't hate it. It was, like I said, not my cup of tea. But it wasn't bad. I wanted to watch, especially after all that fuss and hype. I wanted to sit there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. It was on Hulu. I got Hulu. I was like, I'll watch it. And like I said, I tried and had 4 times to make it through it. But that's just because I tried starting.
You uncultured redneck.
I am an uncultured swine. I know. One of the unwashed masses.
This is why we can't have nice things.
It's my fault.
No, I thought that's Disney.
Well, fuck them too. Let's see. Wait, we can just line them all up and just give them this one right here.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! And fuck you! I'm out.
Let me just give them one of those before we leave.
So many jobs where I've wanted to do that.
Oh, you're telling me. Trust me. I do want to do one last thing before we kind of get into the go home here, and that is we need to have a guest director. We were talking about this G.I. Joe and Transformers, whole Hasbro universe here, and if you're going to do a crossover G.I. Joe and Transformers movie, who should direct this thing? Because I mean, let's be honest, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be like a Marvel movie. You're going to be in front of a green screen. It's going to, I mean, just practical effects for this movie, you'd be spending, Buffett's billions on that. But and especially now, this is another problem you're talking with, especially with using films that want to use practical effects, is budget constraints now. What's your return on investment going to be with this? I mean, will we ever see box offices like we did before? Will we ever see, $175-200 million budget movies now that are going to have a return on investment moving forward? I don't know. It seems like this is it. I think within the next year or two,
Dude's got $160 million, so hopefully that one gets some kind of return on its investment.
Well, absolutely, because I want to see, if this looks as good as everybody's saying and what the trades are saying and everything, I'm gonna want to see more of this. So,
but 2049 though, bro, it's in the same boat as 2049. It's like Villeneuve even said it to Ryan Gosling. He said, "You understand, we're not going to make money off this movie. We're doing it for the fans." Dune is in that exact position, dude. I'm gonna save it for your show, but got to remember that.
I love Blade Runner 2049. Love it.
Amazing.
Love it.
I have not watched it. I honestly have not.
Suck.
And I need to go back. I need to go back and watch the first one too.
Yeah, it depends on how you feel about the first one. If you have no feelings for the first one, then don't waste your time.
I didn't like the first one too much, but I do like the sequel to Blade Runner.
I didn't mind the first one. I didn't dislike it. I don't
hate Blade Runner. I'm just sick and tired of sci-fi trying to be Blade Runner with the whole gloomy, like Picard. I'm just sick, I'm just sick of every sci-fi thing wanting to be dark and depressing like Blade Runner, where future is dirty and so I guess now it's kind of turned into a thing where I don't want to watch Blade Runner. I don't want to watch.
I'm going to respond to that. Thank you, superfan Adam Shawhan, for commenting. Yes, and this is one thing I do want to see. If they're going to do this, please, please, please be accurate with Megatron. Let him be that blaster. That needs to happen.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I want to see the dynamic with him and Starscream.
He needs to be a gun about yay big. Yep. He needs to go into Starscream's hand.
Yes, that's. They need to do that. That needs to happen. So if they're gonna do that, if they're gonna do a G.I. Joe and Transformers crossover movie, who would you want to direct this thing? Who do you think could handle directing this and make it to where it would kind of hit the notes that we want, but still be modern enough to attract a new audience? Is that possible?
Jon Favreau.
I can't even disagree with that. That's not bad at all, honestly. I can't even disagree.
Jon Favreau seems to understand fandoms and geek culture better than most of the directors, and he's also a pretty damn competent director. So
he's a damn good director. I mean, he can make
a good writer.
Yeah.
I mean, he made Elf with Will Ferrell, and I mean, people love that movie. But why?
You ever get a chance, Pete? Watch a movie he made called Chef. That movie's wonderful. It's
tell me about that. I need to check.
Wonderful, feel-good movie. It's called Chef. Nobody watched it, but it's great. Jon Favreau wrote and directed it. Stars
Netflix, and he has a spin-off reality TV show on it, and it's actually pretty cool.
Neat. I need to check that out.
Nice. So we got Favreau so far. Who do you think, Fallon?
Oh, I was actually trying to think. I was because y'all were mentioning about CGI and how everything is going that way. Even though he did have a bit of a flop, Peter Jackson, I know that people complain about the Hobbit movies. But I think he could possibly handle it, but I don't know how knowledgeable he would be about the subject matter. Mm-hmm. That would be where my concern would be. But he is good with CGI and heavy with fake and real, and using both.
Yeah.
Yikes. Clint Eastwood would probably make Megatron into a gun, though. I will say that.
Yeah, he would, and he'd be standing. And Starscream would be standing on his porch, holding it, telling the GI Joes to get off his lawn.
A bunch of racial slurs. Yeah.
Yes, there would be. It would be littered with racial epithets, I'm sure.
Oh Lord.
So Peter Jackson, Jon Favreau, Alex, what do you say?
I was having a hard time thinking about it. I might have a better choice, but at the moment, the one off the top of my head, even though he mostly does like the CGI movies, I'd like to see like a Brad Bird. Like I love what he did with The Incredibles.
The Incredibles.
I feel like he can make the action-packed superhero thing work.
Mission Impossible 4, he did that.
Wait, is 4 Ghost Protocol?
Yeah.
I love that movie, man. I think that's the last one I've seen. I need to see the other one. I love Ghost Protocol. Yeah, I'll take them. See, I only know him for just the Incredibles.
Okay. Oh, really? Yeah, he wrote and directed.
JJ did that.
Nah, he was out. JJ was out after 3. Brad Bird wrote 4 and directed it.
Yeah, stick with Brad Bird because I did like that 4th one, that Ghost Protocol movie. I love that.
Go watch the next one. You'll love it even more.
I want to. I just haven't been able to get it.
How many Mission Impossible movies are there?
6.
I want to say 6 or 7.
I've seen one. I've seen one of them, I think.
All of them.
Go see number 2. It's awesome.
I should just the video store has like all their movies for $1. I should just go rent the entire freaking like run of them.
Yeah, go ahead
and just marathon them. I mean, seriously, I'm fortunate enough to have an open video store a block from my house I can walk to, and they have movies on spot. Every movie in the store is $1.
Do they have a bead section?
What's that?
Do they have the bead section?
No, they don't. Not anymore.
I have a feeling, know where Pete lives. This is probably one of those video stores that has like a beef jerky counter and like.
No, but they sell CBD stuff there.
I knew it.
I was like, why don't do you have a cell phone kiosk in this bitch too? No, let's see. So we got Brad Bird. Who do you say? Who do you say, Ryan? Who do you got?
John. I don't know how anyone can beat Jon Favreau as something like that. But I do really like what Matt Reeves did with the Planet of the Apes.
Yes, those are movies are wonderful.
Oh, he did. He did the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, he did.
He did Dawn and War.
Okay.
The best people that can do movies are the people that like crescendo, like when their sequels are like better than the last one. Like George Miller doing Mad Max movies, and yeah, definitely Matt Reeves doing the Planet of the Apes movies. Each one of those is better than the last one.
I think. Let's see. So that I guess
Reeves didn't do Rise, did he? I don't think he did Rise.
I'm not sure. I know he did.
I don't think he did.
Something to do with it. Yeah.
I can't.
I thought he did. I'll look it up in a second.
War for the Planet of the Apes. That's the one with Woody Harrelson, right? That's the last one, isn't it? Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
That was the one that finally linked them up to the original movies, because at first people was like, oh, it's a reboot. Then the third movie came and I was like, no, they were prequels. They were actually prequels to the original.
I remember they were announced as prequels. That's why I thought
they
were like
kind of that thing at first, like, oh no, they don't connect to the other movies. They don't. Then that third movie came, like, oh no, this connects.
See, I went and saw the Tim Burton one in the theater, and
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
I'm not Estella Warren, but you know.
Yeah, you know what? That was because Estella Warren was in Maxim and everything back then. She was like one of the hottest models there was. It was like she was in that movie. She didn't say, but I don't even think she had one damn line in the whole movie. She might have had one line, but that was she wasn't an actress. She was just a pretty face, basically, that they put out there. I mean, she wanted to get into acting, but they literally gave her no dialogue. Mark Wahlberg was good in it. But it's Mark Wahlberg. You know, he's. I like Mark Wahlberg. I do. Fuck Mark and the Funky Bunch. But no, the new Planet of the Apes movies absolutely. They were solid, man. They were solid.
You want to rouse by the hot monkey love when you make it out with Helena Bonham Carter?
Oh my god.
Hey, some people might be into that.
Yeah, they're called furries.
Oh my
they're
god!
Called furries.
Is that what it's called? Sorry.
This is outrageous. It's unfair.
Oh Lord.
Oh God.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head up out of here. I'll see you guys in a few minutes over on my channel, Razor Lost Flicks. Thanks for having me on, Pete.
Hey, you're welcome, brother. We'll catch you guys in a few. And
see y'all later.
See you, brother.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yep, we will be joining
Freaking lingerer, bro. Jeez. I'm just kidding. We love
we can
Adam.
talk shit now. He's gone. Hey, no, we'll be, Ryan and I will be headed over there in a few minutes to join up with Groove for the Dune show. And I'm a Dune movie. I've seen the. I'm not done. I got to get I'm still thinking of my director here. Oh wait, it just popped into my head. You know who I would have direct this movie? Elizabeth Banks. I mean, oh shit.
Oh.
Hey, look, Elizabeth. Call me. She's been in a slump since Charlie's Angels, so we've been kind of seeing each other. I mean, anyway.
Oh my God.
Would you see a Brie Larson a Brie Larson and Elizabeth Banks co-direct movie?
I would go see it just to see the train wreck in real time because
it would make money on both sides.
And then Pete would have us watch party it.
Oh yeah, I would. I made you guys. I made these guys watch Unicorn Store last Halloween. I was like, look, we're gonna watch horror movies. What? I was like, all right, what are we watching? I was like, well, we're gonna watch Hellraiser. Oh, cool. What do we watch before that? Unicorn Store, motherfucker.
Hellraiser was not the scary movie that night. Hellraiser was like the comeback. He's like, oh, thank God, this isn't as scary. She kidnapped that boy. She kidnapped him.
Yep. Let me get a chat link for a link to Adam's channel here for you, superfan Adam Shawhan, so you can join us over there as we talk about Dune. Yeah, I'm a newbie to this. Like I said, I've seen the David Lynch movie. I've never read any of the books though. Actually, I'm going to read the first. I'm going to read the first Dune novel. My mother-in-law's got it. She's going to give me a copy of it to read. So I want to check it out. I want to read it, but I'm going to go rent the Lynch movie. Just something I want to check out. Like I said, I haven't seen it in years and years and years. So I'm going to watch that before I go see the new one. And I'm, like I said, the images and everything that I've seen from the production thus far, I mean, it looks good. The new sandworms look cool. That was one thing I did remember about the first one, other than Sting, the memorable thing of this, the sandworms, which, like I said, it's such a epic looking movie that I'm excited for it. I really am. Like I said, this has to be a good jumping off point to start a new basically a new franchise is what you're doing, because it has no connection to the Lynch movie or the Children of Dune or any of that. So there's a link in the chat right there to Raiders of the Lost Flicks channel, so you can join us over there as we head over to talk some Dune. And yeah, I've got another Dune video planned. Probably, well, tomorrow's Tuesday. It feels like Sunday today because of the holiday.
It does, yeah.
But I'll have another video dropping tomorrow, and I've got a couple more. I'm still working. I have an MCU video I've been working on, and but there's been so much MCU news. It's like I don't want to release it and miss something. So I've been literally working on it for like 2 weeks. So what it's going to be is it's going to be a very condensed, like almost segmented video, like little vignettes, is what I'm kind of working on right now. So yeah, that'll be, because there's a lot of MCU stuff coming out. I see a released image of the new Ajax action figure based on Salma Hayek's character from the Eternals, and I was like, oh wow, I'll never see this movie probably, so I'm not really excited about it. But I don't know, it was like from overseas. Somebody had gotten a hold of the picture. So we'll go back to this one. Here we go. We'll just use this background there. But yeah, so I don't know, that the Eternals, I mean, are you guys gonna go see the Eternals?
Maybe just to review it, because I am going to get back into reviewing on my channel. So I think I might see it once, but that's it. Depending on how good it is.
Yeah, I'm kind of up in the air with it. What do you say, Ryan?
I'll be seeing it because I'm just so locked into that universe, but I can't say I'm like super stoked on it. Like out of all the movies I'm stoked on, I gotta be honest, like nobody's stoked for this, but like I'm super stoked for Shang-Chi.
Really?
I'm stoked for Kung Fu in that universe, man.
Okay.
Remember I told you, I was like, that and Blade are like the only two MCU movies I care about actually seeing. Because Shang-Chi is kind of cool in the comics. If you're doing right, he is cool. He's the martial artist, you know. Look,
I don't know anything about him, but look, like unpopular opinion, I don't care. I really liked the Iron Fist TV show, just because it brought
Don't
that.
Be ashamed of that, man. I didn't like it, but like I said, never be ashamed of your opinion.
No.
Well, I'm not. I'm just trying to be nice. I don't care about what. But like, the first season isn't like the best, but the second season is so great, and it has so much kung fu in it. And I thought, dude, if they ever brought that into the universe, I'd be so stoked. So, no, Eternals, I will be seeing it, not stoked on it, but Shang-Chi, I know nothing about, and I'm way more hyped for that.
Okay.
I'm pretty hyped for Free Guy. I'm waiting for that in December, where Ryan Reynolds is playing an NPC character, and they're bringing in. I think a Jacksepticeye is going to be in that movie also, and it's
and that's happening in December now.
Yeah, I believe they pushed it. It was supposed to be in July, but because of all this crap happened, it's been pushed to I think December 11th.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a good one like that.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that when I went to the movies. I was like, yeah, it looks funny.
It just looks fun.
Yeah. The Eternals, man. The only thing I'm kind of, excited for in that is seeing how they do the Black Knight, which is what's his name? Kit Harington is playing the Black Knight. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm kind of stoked. It'll be all right. Shang-Chi originally I was not too. I mean, I like kung fu, man. That's actually one of my favorite. One of my favorite Nintendo games was Kung Fu. If anybody remembers that on the NES, the 8-bit fury of going up those different levels, man. But no, that. So the Shang-Chi plus, you're gonna get to see the Mandarin done right, which. To me, that means something. That's cool. And I never got a chance to watch Iron Fist. I'm actually watching Daredevil right now on Netflix. That show is freaking amazing. And I will say this: if Kevin Feige casts anybody else to play Matt Murdock, it won't be right.
Right.
Because Charlie Cox just was absolutely just perfect for that role. That entire cast, like Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. The only other, he's amazing. Shea Magnifique. The only other person I would want to see play Kingpin outside of D'Onofrio would be Liev Schreiber, who played him in Into the Spider-Verse. And I think Ryan, we've had this discussion before.
Yeah,
Schreiber is that man. He's supposed to play Chris Benoit in the Chris Benoit movie.
No way!
Great casting. Yeah,
that's way. He plays. I'm sorry, go for it.
No, I was just going to say that was the rumor that was going around when they were talking about that movie, and I was like, as soon as they said it, I was like, oh, that's perfect.
That would be so awesome. That would be so good, because he plays the character that Rocky was based on. What is that movie, that TV show called?
Not Ray Donovan. That's a different one.
I can't remember, but he does a really good job at that as well. Sorry, Chris Benoit, may you rest in peace. Washed up, kind of like. Yeah, wrestler, boxer type kind of thing. Like, he would be really great as Chris Benoit. Yeah. I've never heard that before. That'd be awesome.
I heard it was like a year or so ago, and like I said, sometimes the rumor surfaces, and it's like, yeah, the movie was supposed to be called Crippler, and I'm like, that would be. As soon as I was like, dude,
I think the family shut that down. I think that was what happened with that.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, man, I think that would be amazing. But yeah, I think we're at a good place right now. We can kind of end it off. So me and Ryan get a few minutes in between shows here.
Double dipping.
Yep, it's how we do on Monday night. You got to remember, I posted the link in the chat. Let me post it one more time to Gru's channel right here. And I see I've picked up 2 subscribers since the beginning of the show. I'm up to 321. So thank you guys for subscribing. I appreciate it. And I do my best to entertain. We'll be back this Wednesday night. It's Wednesday, going in Raw Wednesday. Not sure who's going to be on the panel. I'm sure if Fallon wants to join, she can join in. And I'm going to reach out to It's a Vase Productions and try to get him back on. I won't be pairing off Vase and Katarn anymore.
Dang,
That
Vase,
dude-
man, I haven't seen Vase in a long time.
Yeah, he showed up on a stream that Fallon hosted over on her channel.
He's been over several of the
Fallon,
Nerd
I don't
Talk.
know you, so this is gonna be great. I'm
Oh,
down.
yeah.
I'm DTF.
So yeah, dude,
Does that mean something else? I'm Mormon. I don't know things. I don't know a lot of things.
Oh my god.
I missed this.
I'm fighting for my life.
I love that you did that one.
Oh, I love it. So I'm sure we'll have we'll let you know who's coming up on Wednesday, going to Raw Wednesday. And I'm sorry, guys, the Facebook group, I haven't been able much to do over there. My account is still my main Facebook account is still locked for another 11 days and 13 hours. Bob Sacamano's kind of holding shit down for me until I come back. Don't let the name and the picture fool you. Bob Sacamano is Rudy Ray Moore, okay? He's not just all right, he's Dolomite. But I'd like to thank Fallon, Alex, and Ryan for coming on the show tonight. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate you. I'd like to thank everybody in the chat. Keely Chow. Yep, I'm in Facebook jail. Superfan Adam Shawhan. You know, that's I've got cover up on because I've got so many tattoo teardrops right now that my face looks like I look like Bendy the Ink Demon, if you're familiar with that. Manliness and motivation. Keely Chow, my son loves those cartoons. Yeah, man. Superfan Adam Shawhan, Dragon Majesty, Warlord, Titan Tiberius. I said it right that time. Flare X. Who else was up in here? Let's see. We had Tommy Gladden showed up. Raiders is up in the chat. Thank you guys so much. I didn't see my troll tonight, Deshaun. I miss you, boo. So hey, this has been episode number one. We see you sacrifice a virgin. That's right. So this has been episode number 117 of the Place to Be reviews. I have been Etep Wakuian right here with all of yous. And remember, if I don't see you, have yourselves a great day and a pleasant tomorrow. We